Ill Sound Radio, we back in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We checking back in, man. We close to the 1 o'clock hour, but for those who aren't tuned in, it's your boy Groove Nuke, and I'm right here with my guy every day. Jay, how you feeling, bro?
Yeah, I can't complain.
For sure. That Knicks and that Heat just kicked off. You know, the Knicks up probably 12, probably cut it down short. But we finna go on dive in this interview, man. We are here with our guest Nia Asiel. How you feeling today?
What's the word? What's up, y'all? Thank you for having me.
Oh, for sure. Thank you for sliding on this Sunday. How everything going with you?
Man, going good, blessed, can't complain at all.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, thank you for taking the time out to come.
No problem.
For sure.
All right, Nia, let's start from the beginning.
Let's do it.
Where you from?
Man, Chicago for sure.
What side of the city?
West side.
Oh, man, it seemed like we had so many West Side people in here. It's like they taking over, man. What was your experience like growing up out West?
Man, so I was always out there with my uncle, like, for months at a time. So my dad's side is from the West Side. So we got family property over there, cousins running around off Roosevelt and all types of stuff. So it was lit.
Man, out West every time I've ever been out West, it always just been that like family vibe. Like everybody on the block know each other. Whether you live in 59 or 0-100, everybody know each other.
Exactly. That's exactly how it go, for sure.
Now, at what point did you get into the music?
I've been into music since I was growing up. Like my grandma, she would always sing in church. My uncle, a pastor, so he always had us singing. So it's been introduced to me since I was like young, super young.
So you was in a church choir.
Yeah, they had me doing solos for sure.
What was that experience like as a kid for you? Did you see anything like beyond that, or it was like, man, it's Sunday, I gotta sing in the choir?
Yeah, it was kind of like, dang, I gotta sing because I could sing. So, you know, when you could do a talent, your family gonna put you on the spot, like, for sure. So I never really thought too much into it, but as I got older, I'm like, I could really take this somewhere, you know?
Did you ever have like singing lessons?
I didn't have singing lessons until probably 8th grade. I took singing lessons. So until then, I didn't have any type of singing lessons. But like high school and now, I'm in vocal lessons for sure.
How important is vocal lessons, do you think, to a singer? I
think it's super important because, as you know, like your vocal cords are a muscle. So if you don't exercise it, you can hear it. It's not, your record's not gonna come out the same at all. Like. Yeah, so it's super important to make sure you exercise in your voice.
Who was some of like your musical influences growing up?
Oh man, I had a bunch of musical influences like Ty Dolla $ign, always listening to Kanye, Dirk. Even when I was in grade school, like Eminem, Lil Wayne, you know, that era where they was going crazy. So everybody, for real.
You still be bumping Eminem?
Nah.
Eminem was cold though. The Slim Shady LP, yeah, we was all locked in with that.
Definitely, definitely a legend though. Well, around what time though, like was it like it was like go time for you with the music though? You think?
I think probably like 2 years ago, I dropped a single called "Man Lie," and the response was crazy. I was like, oh shoot, I could take this somewhere.
When we playing that on the air?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's stick on that right now. Men, we don't lie. You know?
Crazy work.
Women lie. Black men don't cheat, man. Shout out Charlamagne.
Crazy work.
So what was the reaction from dropping your first song that made you like, oh yeah, this the lane?
I think just having a relatable story, like everybody could relate to. And the guys, I guess it calls like, oh shoot, she talking about men lie. I gotta listen to this, like, cause I'm looking at the title, men lie. Shoot, let me click on this and play. So it was a good reaction to it. I was actually surprised. So yeah.
Is it difficult writing your own records to the point where they become personal for you, or is that something easy for you?
I think it's easier when it's personal. Like I could just write. I just be in go mode when when I relate to it, I could just flow better than if I wasn't relating to it. But I've written songs for other people too, so I don't know. It's just a gift I have to write it just come easy to me for real.
How is it for you writing other songs for people? Like, do you just write it? Like, is it something that comes from yourself first, or do you look at the person and what type of artist they is, and you mold it behind that?
Yeah, it's basically I look at the person and what they've been through. Also, it's a lot of fun to write. Say I'm not about to go out here and sing about the streets or rap about the streets, but if somebody else experienced it, I can tell that story through their music. So it's fun for me. I like to do it.
Is it hard coming up in Chicago as a female artist?
Oh yeah, I think so. But right now though, I think the females got it for sure. Like even with Mouse Couture and other records, I think definitely switching the narrative in Chicago.
Now, a lot of West Side artists feel like the West Side has been looked over as far as Chicago music go. How do you feel about that?
I think it's just because we see most people from the South Side in the mainstream, like Dirk, Chance. We see that in mainstream, but as far as us, when we here in the city, I feel like the West Side make a lot of noise for real. Like, so, yeah, that's my take on it.
I definitely feel like West Side culture is more of a culture over Chicago than the South Side, East Side, anything. It's always like when you think about some of the top artists out of Chicago, like it's easy to say Lil Durk, but we got Lupe, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We got so many artists that come from out west and that put on for that out west culture. Like what was the name of that song Lupe dropped, man? I can't think of the name of it. But he was talking about strictly the West Side in that song, you know, and the West Side is so embedded in the culture. Even we was even talking about like when TV shows come to Chicago, they may say they on the South Side, but they really on the West Side. You know what I'm saying?
Disrespectful as hell.
Crazy.
For real, nah. I was just at a premiere because my uncle act, and they was like, "This is shot strictly on the West Side." And some TV shows, like you said, they'll shoot it on the West Side, but then they say it's on the South Side, so
that's dumb. Like, go to the South Side. What are you doing?
I can't come.
They don't want to go to the South Side.
But damn, get your ass out the city. Then
it's rough out there.
Damn, that's crazy. Like, that's like misinterpretation. You know what I'm talking about? And like the lines are so, it ain't so divided. But the West Side is the West Side, South is the South. Like it's like you can't do that. At least to me. But they make it work, I guess.
What are some things that you picked up as a youngin' growing up out west that you carry with you today, you know, as a grown woman?
Probably just safety. Like as a woman moving around, like my head is always on swivel. Just little things like when you outside by yourself. You really never see me by myself for real. Like I always have at least one person because I grew up with all boys. I don't have any sisters. Most of my family friends guys, so real protection and safety I think is the main key I took from that.
For sure, that definitely go a long way.
Yeah. What's
something that you could see in your younger self that you brought forward into adulthood? Like it could be like your charisma, it could be your energy. Like what's something you brought forward? I think
definitely my energy, and then also just having passion and hunger and staying humble. I think that's a big thing because when you get more people, more eyes on you, more fans, it's easy to be like, oh shoot, I don't gotta be humble, but I keep myself level headed, stick to my roots.
For sure, goes a long way.
Yo, do us a favor and yourself a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to tap that notification bell as well so you can stay updated. Now let's get to the video.
We got the single 10 Toes. I seen you just released a visual on that, right?
Yep.
That was like a week ago?
I just dropped the video like I think on Friday.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, the single dropped last week though.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I had peeped the video. Walk us through the video. I was seeing a few things. I seen a dude got a dart shot in his neck.
Oh man.
So yeah, I'm like okay. But yeah, what was going on in that video?
Yeah, so like the inspiration for the video was kind of like Willy Wonka. So I always like to do creative stuff. I don't really try to do the normal type video. So him getting shot in his neck with the dart is kind of like a play on when the dart one of the kids in Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory got shot with a dart or something like that. Okay. So that was the kind of representation behind that. But I just want to do like fun videos. I don't really like boring stuff.
So. Oh yeah, I feel you. That's how you keep attention too.
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
Explain the female starter pack.
Oh man. Oh, I knew somebody was gonna ask about that. Yeah, the female starter pack, like just in mainstream artistry, you got money, you know, the bags. It could be a Birkin. We couldn't put a BBL in there, but you know that's how it go. And yeah, that's the inspiration behind that. Just kind of like that's the industry right now.
Like
that's
standard, yeah.
Exactly, the standard for the industry, and then also signing a deal that might not be the best deal, which you'll see in the video too. And that's the meaning behind that.
Is your goal to sign a record deal? Like what you trying to get out of it?
Shoot, I think the ultimate goal is to sign a deal, but a good deal, and then before that is kind of like a distribution deal to where I'm getting my music out to more ears and stuff like that. But taking it independent for now until I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I got the leverage to come with the labels with this type of offer, and this is what I want, and have creative freedom. So,
all right, now I notice you say when you shoot the videos, you want to have fun with it. You know, now what it's another reason why you just don't shoot basic videos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's that reason why you go above and beyond with your visuals? Because that's not the only one that you do that in. You know
for sure. Yeah, it's because, I mean, the story that I'm telling, and I'm just a creative person, so I can't just be my friends dancing in a video or we just outside or something like that. I think with my mind, how it work, I gotta give the people something good out of my mind. So, yeah.
For sure. Was you ever into like drama or theater or anything like that?
Yeah, I was in drama in high school.
Yeah, I could kind of tell by that 10 Toes video I checked out. I could kind of tell some theatrics went into that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I was in drama. My uncle, he's an actor, Simeon Henderson. He had me in his plays.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, so you ready?
Yep.
How important is it having people around you though? You know, you got to have the supporting cast such as the people in the video. How important is that for them to align with your vision?
I think it's super important, and it's definitely important for them to be on board. Everybody you see in the video is my friends.
For sure.
And they're people like Don, he's an actual actor. Najee, she's a singer. And then
shout out to Najee.
For sure. And then Rela Shay, she actually does photography, videography, and she does music too. So we all kind of have the same passions. So it's important for us to be like, okay, this is the vision we want to see, and this is how we're going to make it happen. And then AJ Spitz directed the video. So he really took his time to be like, okay, this is what you want to do. You want to make it look this type of quality. So I think it's super important to have people around you who are always on go mode, not just doing it because it's a routine or, you know, because of who I am as a person and stuff. So, yeah.
And it's I'm glad you touched on, you said who I am as a person, because a lot of times that's what it takes, but you still want, even though you do good by people, you still want them to align with what you got going on, you know.
Exactly.
And shout out to the people around you that's taking that time out to do that, you know, because sometimes we do come around those people that's like, hey, you want to do this with me? Hell no.
For sure. They could have said no.
Exactly.
They could have said, I am not trying to be tied up in your music video.
Sure. Some people just don't really want that. But it's good to keep those people around you. You know what I'm talking about? Because those are the ones, no matter what.
Yeah.
Now, you done took your music on the road. You feel me? You're not just, I would say, a local artist. You know what I'm saying? You've performed at SOBs in New York, right?
Yep.
What was that experience like for you?
SOBs is crazy. Like, the New York crowd is it's interesting. They have a special, I would say, they hard on you, but if you good, they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, she got it for sure. Like, at the end of the show, they'll be like, okay, you got it, let's connect and stuff. performing at SOBs is crazy because that's my first time performing at a place like that. Like SOBs has a reputation where you perform at SOBs, you pretty much good to go.
Yeah, it's one of those
anywhere.
New York spots.
Yeah, for sure. So that was a great experience. I'm glad I got to perform there. I think twice now. So
what do you take away, you know what I'm saying, from experiences like that? Because you, like you say, if you can win over a New York crowd, it's just like they saying, if you can make it in Chicago, you can make it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So what is some experiences you take from, you know, performing in front of a new audience and a new crowd?
I think just better ways to improve my performance and also what worked and what kept them intrigued. So that's what I take from every show. And then I'll switch up like the music I perform and kind of cater to who I'm performing to. So if I go to New York, I got New York drill music, that drill beats that I'll perform a little bit more. And then I go to Atlanta, I got more rap, singing records that I'll perform. So it just depends where I'm going.
Now, was New York and Atlanta, are those like some of your big markets where they stream your music a lot?
Yeah, New York is for sure. Atlanta, I haven't been there too often, but they stream it too. But definitely New York and Chicago for sure.
So after the New York performance, did you see like a little spike in that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely saw a spike. And then people from New York start following me and want to connect and want to make music too. So, yeah.
Y'all hear that, artists? Get out the city. You feel me? Expand your palette, you know?
For sure. How is it connecting with people from different regions? You know what I'm talking about? Like, cause you would be used to how some people are around your home region. Yeah. Like I was telling Jay earlier, sometimes people treat us a certain way because they know us versus when you go with somebody, get to know somebody that don't necessarily know you. They showing you a different type of energy because y'all not in the same proximity. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think it's a different type of love that people who are out of Chicago show. It's more so a celebratory love. It's like, oh shoot, you doing this and you from here. Oh yeah, let me tap in with you. As opposed to people see you, they know you a Chicago artist being home, and they might not support as much. Right. For real.
They'll be like, man, I went to school with that girl. Yeah. Like, damn, that should be the glory right there. That should be the glory right there. You went to school with somebody, you see them out here doing their thing. You know what I'm talking about? You know somebody from when y'all was Tyler, Sandbox. That should be the glory right there. Not just me knowing you for 2 seconds. Now I'm trying to push you to the top. And it's just crazy because sometimes strangers take us there before people we know do.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that because when I go to New York, it's all love. When you coming back, oh, you back in the city, like watching my story. Oh, you back in the city, let's link up. You know, when I'm in Chicago, it's like, oh, Nia, she always do her thing. So, you know,
exactly.
she there.
Exactly.
What are some more places you want to, take your music to?
Shoot. Definitely, I have a big audience in Africa. I want to perform over there. And then, where else? Cali for sure. Houston, I heard lit. I still haven't been to Houston. I've been to Texas, but just not Houston. And then DC. So
outside of SOBs, like what's been one of your favorite moments as an artist?
Like performance wise?
It don't matter, whatever it is. Performance wise, it could be somebody approaching you.
Oh Lord. Probably shooting 10 Toes video, cause I'm an independent artist, so that whole video was self-funded, and it took a lot for me to be on set for like that long, like the whole day. I've never been on set for the whole day. Usually I'll be like with Men Lie or No Phase. It was shot pretty quick, like 2 to 3 hours. So for me to work with kind of like my manager and write the storyline of how I wanted it to look, and then fund it, and then get the people, props, all that. It's just a moment that I'm proud of because I did it.
a goal that you got set for yourself for the rest of the year?
For the rest of the year, just to be consistent with content, because I know consistency is key. Expand my audience on TikTok. TikTok was rocking with 10 souls, so just dropping more content there to grow a fan base on TikTok, and then just bring them to other platforms. So that's a big goal I got.
It'd be crazy how shit blow up on TikTok.
Yeah,
shout out
Quick.
TikTok.
Like, where do these people be coming from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for tweets, you can kind of see it build up. You have to have people on your timeline circulating it first.
Right.
But on TikTok, it could be
just go.
Exactly. It's just out there. You know, it's just crazy how the search engines on that work. YouTube short be going up as well too. I ain't gonna lie. So.
For real.
All right. Early in this conversation, you said you write for other artists. Let's say the moment came where you had to make a choice between being an artist and being a writer. Which one would you choose?
Probably to be, it's different reasons why I would choose which answer. Like, songwriting make a lot of money, but I like being an artist. So that's my passion. So probably an artist.
Man, I thought you would have been like, I'd take the back seat. Fuck that. Because a lot of, all right, let me ask you this. Who would be like your dream person that you would want to write a song for?
Probably, shoot, I know I could write a good song for Drake and Chris Brown.
Man.
Yeah.
That's gonna take. That might be like, hey, yeah, you might need to, do this.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the bag. Go ahead, Drake, do your thing. I'm gonna take the back seat.
Go
for
ahead,
sure.
ghost right.
Yeah,
for sure. I always ask people. Well, as of late, I always been asking people, if you were to be given everything that you ever asked for out of life, out of the career you want, just out of the abundance, do you think right now at this moment you can handle it?
Yeah, I definitely think I can, because I think I'm mature to the point where I know what I want and I know what I don't want, and I'm not gonna let nobody persuade me otherwise.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
All right, me and Jimmy, we was talking about this earlier. Like, a lot of people say, I know that I'm gonna be successful at this. I know I'm gonna achieve these things. When you actually get, like he say, everything you want, like, is there going to be a moment where you sit back and you reflect and be like, man, it took me however many years to get here. I'm super grateful for this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a moment to where, I'm always grateful for the position I'm at, because I feel like I came a long way from not having anybody know about my music to having me being a name kind of in Chicago, to where, okay, I know who Nia is. But it's not at the point where I want it to be yet. But once I get to that big point, I think I'll be pretty content. Like, I'll have family and stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
Now, with you being an artist and a songwriter, could you say you want a distribution deal? Could you ever see yourself with a label deal? You feel me, pushing out other artists under you?
So, like, signing other artists?
Yeah, like you the label.
Oh,
you giving
shit.
out them splits.
I never really wanted to own a label, for real. I feel like a lot of people's emotions go into play when you own a label. I don't.
How so?
Cause it's like, if you don't give them a good deal, that affect their life. And you got some artists who come from not much, so they dependent on that deal to get them to where they need to be, and even their family too. So I think that's too much stress for me. I'm good.
So, yeah, that is steep on somebody's livelihood. You know what I'm talking about. What's the plans for? Is it any plans for like a full body of work coming anytime soon?
Album. Right now I'm focused on dropping singles. I think once I get distribution, like, I'm gonna drop an album.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my game plan.
Okay. That can pan out well.
Yeah.
All right, now, you done answered this question for me before, you feel me? That was like a year or something ago. If you can go back and give your younger self any advice, what would it be?
I think don't get too comfortable, because you can get comfortable and then that comfortability be taken away and you kind of in shock. So kind of don't get too comfortable with where you at.
How do you keep that clear mind state on, you know what I'm saying, this is my goal, I want to achieve that?
Just working at it every day and remembering that this is what I'm here for. Like, this is my passion. It's my purpose. Knowing my purpose, that keeps me grounded in my head on straight.
All right, now you say album only coming, you feel me, when that distribution deal coming, you know. So what could we look forward to in the next couple months?
Yeah. Oh shoot, I got a lot of songs. I got a lot of singles. I got singles with artists like known in Chicago. So just a lot of content.
If you could have like your dream collaboration project with any Chicago artist right now, new or old, who would it be?
Oh man, I say Kanye, Chance, Dirk, Herb, Tink, Dreezy. Who else? I think that's the top one. Shoot. Jennifer Hudson for the R&B side. Yeah.
It's crazy because all those people, none of those people all sound alike. Everybody it brings something different to the table.
Yeah.
And that is the mixture pot of Chicago. And I think a lot of people overlook Chicago as just being drill, you know what I'm saying? But we got so many talented artists in the city, man. So shout out to everybody you just named. That was low key like a GOAT list. For real.
She threw the Jennifer Hudson in there. I'm like, damn, I forgot she was even from Chicago.
Oh God.
that'd be some magic though, for sure. Jennifer Hudson.
For real.
For sure.
All right, before we get out of here, you got anything else you want to tell the people?
So just tune in, follow me on all social media platforms @_ oh my God, that is not my at Nia _Asiel @NIA _ASIEL. Y'all just tune in. I got a lot coming. 10 Toes out now. Let's get it.
For sure.
All right, Jimmy, talk to the people.
For sure. Hey, shout out, I guess, Nia Asiel for coming through iLLANOiZE Radio on this. I had to take a look out the window. The sun trying to come out, but on and off rainy Sunday. You know, we appreciate you, and it's always good hearing about your story. You know what I'm talking about. Nice to meet you for one, for sure. So I would say just keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? Keep grinding. Always keep that. But you got like a certain how it works out is gonna work out type of that's the type of feel I got from this interview today. And I would say it is gonna work out. You know, just keep the positivity. Like I stated earlier, work with those who want to work with you. You know what I'm talking about? Like a lot of times we want to work with people. We got these aspirations for people, and it's a bigger expectation than they even carry within themselves. You know, and then sometimes we can be on our way, and they already probably up there, and then they just comfortable. Like you said, never get too comfortable, and they probably comfortable with their position, and you could waste time just because you was kind of aiming at them. So keep a good feel for people and just keep grinding. You know what I'm talking about? And we'll be on the lookout for you.
Appreciate y'all for sure.
Oh, for sure. Appreciate you. And follow iLLANOiZE Radio, iLLSOUND Radio. Follow iLLANOiZE Radio. Submit your music. You'll find dope artists like Nia Asiel and a lot of other Chicago artists, rappers, and entertainers right on iLLANOiZE Radio. And shoot, Jay, what you got to say to them?
Man, shout out to Nia Asiel for sliding through on this Sunday. If y'all don't understand an artist's growth and development, then y'all need to follow her. You know what I'm saying? Follow everything that she got going on. She's a dope artist. Like she say, man, she ain't just Chicago, man. She global. She got fans in Africa, man. Fuck they talking about.
For sure.
Africa on my mama. But once again, man, shout out Nia Asiel. We gonna go out to No Phase. Go ahead, send us out to that record.
Man, y'all tuning in with iLLANOiZE Radio. This is Nia Asiel, No Phase. Let's get it.
Until next time.